anyway, Becca just erupted. She said, I cannot see the grandkids anymore. I can't post anything.
She doesn't
Just
need it.
going on and on, so mean, and saying I was full of the devil, that I had demons, that he cast a spell on me. This is what she said to me, and it's not going to continue to happen.
Yeah, you guys just need to get
emotional deregulation.
time with one another and work through all this. Well, maybe not now, but at some point.
I did tell her she was.
Yeah.
I did tell her she was entitled and self-absorbed and selfish. I did say, and she's like, "You will not speak those words over me." I said, "But they're true." I mean, after she railed and railed and railed, and I tried to leave the driveway because Asher was hearing all this, and they had gotten out of the car. Here I had come to just spend time with him. That's all I wanted. And I start to pull out, and she opens the passenger door and continues. I said, "Please shut the door." She said, "Please shut the door." So these are the things you won't hear. So then I have to put the car in park, get out of my side, come around, and shut the door. There's her and Asher standing there. I said, "Leave the door closed. I'm going. This is over." I get back in to drive away. She opens the door again. I get out, go around, close the door,
14-year-old stuff.
and then I pull out. And so I had no idea that was going to happen. If I had known that encounter, I wouldn't have even gone by to get Asher. The whole first hour was good. It started.
How did it
with two
switch?
things. When I said, she said, "Mom," she said, "you really hurt my feelings by kicking me out of the house." I said, "I didn't kick you out of the house. I told you that while I was in Colorado, I didn't feel comfortable with y'all going into the house without me being there." And she kept using that. Well, when you kick somebody in the house, they're in the house, and you kick them out, right? So that was the thing.
Yeah.
And then I talked to Jimmy actually about this. I'm paying for the 1-year birthday party like I always do.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's coming up, and he said, and she said,
Tomorrow, right?
Huh?
Tomorrow, right?
No, she moved it back to
Oh.
She moved. So is Doug, she said, "I don't want Doug there." And I said, "If I pay for the party and it's at my house and he's here for the weekend, he's going to be there." And that was the trigger. You know, "Well, you told me he didn't have to." I said, "I never told you that. You told me that, but I never told you I was going to buy that."
Yeah.
I actually talked to Jimmy about this, and he said, "You absolutely got to draw that boundary now. He's going to be in your family. You don't let her manipulate you like that." And
I mean, if she tries it now, she'll try it later.
I'm complaining.
Yeah,
So do you.
I just
So she said, "You're taking away your 1-year-old grandson's birthday party." I said,
No, you're kicking it.
"I'm not taking it away." I
You're
said,
paying
"I'll
thousands of
pay
dollars
for
for
it.
it. You're paying
And we'll
thousands of
have it,
dollars
but
for
you're
it."
not going to manipulate me and tell me." No, exactly. So it was crazy. And so he heard her on the phone when she called me.
Because she was yelling, not because she was.
I didn't have her
Oh,
on
no, that's because.
Because
Yeah.
she was yelling.
Yeah, because it was so loud.
We were playing Scrabble. So it wasn't. My mom said, "Here, listen to this nonsense." She wasn't trying to uncover her at all. Rebecca uncovered herself. She's yelling, "I'm going to hold you to stand. You're not being a Christian mom, and this is evil." And then I'm like, I actually like Rebecca, but I was like, what the heck?
And I have been guilty of
Not having that.
placating that. I mean, y'all.
I think a whole family.
Just trying to be a good mother, but Rachel has actually been very respectful towards me. She may be saying something totally different, but at least I respect that. That she's been nice to him.
They both have.
Rebecca was very rude to Doug.
She didn't acknowledge me. Was walking by, and they were around. They didn't know. We didn't look at.
Yeah, he just said hello.
Right, well,
He was like, "What is up with that?"
You're dirt. I can feel it. What is that? I mean, I have my guesses, but I'm like, what is that?